Good evening, everyone. Meteorologist Carmelo Lattuca in the 1011 Now streaming studio. Let's take a look at the forecast. We are expecting temperatures to be very hot out there both tomorrow and into the day on Tuesday. We are talking about mid-90s, and then we'll fall down as we head into Wednesday and Thursday. By Thursday, we could be dropping down into the upper 70s. So let's take a look. We're going to start off with, as always, the Lincoln Weather Almanac. High temperature out there today was up to 87 degrees, so a little bit below average. Our low temperature, though, 55 degrees. That was 12 degrees below normal, and it was only 5 degrees shy of a record high set back in 1950. For the Lincoln Precipitation Almanac, we have seen some rain this month, not as much as we would like to have seen, because yearly precipitation numbers are still pretty embarrassing for the capital city. We really need some moisture out there. We're running about 1/3 of an inch above normal for the month. Didn't see any rain out there today. We are running exactly 5.55 inches below normal for the year overall. As we take a look at our low temperatures, though, from this morning, dropping down to 54 degrees out in Columbus. That was one of the cooler spots. On the warm end, we were right around 63 degrees out in Ainsworth. That looks to be the warmest temperature, mainly into the 50s and 60s. Taking a look now at current conditions, Skyview cameras showing us that we have mostly sunny to partly cloudy skies in Lincoln, Omaha, O'Neill, as well as in North Platte. Here in the capital city, temperatures still at 86 at the airport, 87 at the studio, winds out of the south-southwest at 5 miles per hour, and a comfortable, not terribly humid dew point at 63 degrees. Temperatures in town still range anywhere from around 84 to up to 90 degrees, so quite the spread across town, and we're generally seeing 80s and even some 90s across the state. A little bit cooler in northeastern Nebraska, down to 82 degrees in Albion, still 90 in O'Neill, 91 in Ainsworth, 93 in Valentine, and all the way up to 96 degrees if you go all the way to the northwest in Shadron. Dew points do range across the state, though. In far northwestern Nebraska, it's drier out there. We are down into the 40s. The farther south and east you go, you get into the 60s and 70s, so a little bit more humid, especially in central and particularly northeastern Nebraska. So our feel-like temperatures slightly better out in O'Neill, a little bit warmer out there. A little bit cooler out in Shadron, though, down to 92 degrees thanks to that dry air. Wind speed and direction, variable in direction as well as in wind speed, right around 5 to 15 miles per hour. Calm, though, in Hebron, Beatrice, McCook, as well as in Nebraska City. Out of the south, once again, here in Lincoln, out of the south in Ord. Out of the northwest, though, out in Valentine. No wind gusts to report at this time, so that's good news. We don't like to see those breezy conditions too often. For satellite radar, we did have some showers and thunderstorms that pulsed up earlier this afternoon, especially closer to northeastern Holt County. Those have dissipated, have not died down, though, for the most part. Still seeing a few showers, maybe a few sprinkles in northeastern Nebraska, but pretty quiet overall. Taking a look at the regional picture, showers and storms in northern Nebraska associated with a little bit of a line of showers and storms trying to develop, and we're seeing one severe thunderstorm right now in far western Minnesota, but severe weather activity is really not expected out there today. We're seeing more severe thunderstorm warnings off to the deep south and especially off to our east, but as we take a look at our weather alerts, that's a little bit of a different story. We still have unfortunately, those flood watches out into central and southern Texas, as well as into Oklahoma. Closer to home, not too much to talk about air in terms of weather alerts. We do have air quality alerts, though, that continue, especially off to our northeast in Minnesota, Wisconsin, and off into Michigan. But for the severe weather outlook out there today, can't completely rule out an isolated severe thunderstorm in far northeastern Nebraska, damaging winds, maybe some large hail. Overall, though, I think those chances are going down pretty quickly. As we take a look at Monday's severe weather outlook, we have a severe weather outlook in northwestern Nebraska, marginal risk for the same hazards, damaging winds and large hail, but it's not until Tuesday we see a more widespread risk for the isolated chances for severe thunderstorms, and I think this will be late Tuesday afternoon into the evening and perhaps into the overnight hours. So playing out Skycast for the rest of tonight, showers and storms possible in northeastern Nebraska between, I think, now, maybe for another hour, maybe up to 2 hours, but really dying down quickly. Quiet overnight tonight, not expecting any active weather. Quiet for much of the day on Monday. Then we see showers and storms. You see those developing in far western South Dakota, into Colorado, as well as into Wyoming. Those will begin to move a little bit further to the east late Monday afternoon into Monday evening in northern and western Nebraska, but we should be quieting down closer to midnight. Severe weather is possible, once again, in far northwestern Nebraska. On Tuesday, morning showers and storms possible in northern Nebraska. Late Tuesday afternoon and evening, we could see a line of severe thunderstorms potentially developing in central, northern, and western Nebraska, and those could dive further to the south and east. It's on Tuesday where we do have a slight risk of flash flooding in northern and northeastern Nebraska. Marginal risk extends further down to the south. On Wednesday, though, a little bit more broad, including here in the capital city, as well as off into North Platte and northeastern Nebraska, for that matter. Small risk for flash flooding in these areas. On Thursday, with the exception of extreme southeastern Nebraska, should be pretty quiet across the state, though once again the flash flooding risk will be moving off to our south and southeast. Precipitation potential over the next 3 days indicating, when we wait for these colors to pop up here, about a quarter to a half of an inch, maybe 3/4 to an inch. I think best chances of seeing an inch or maybe even a little bit above that is going to be far northern and northeastern Nebraska, pretty much aligning with what we saw in the flash flood risk. And you can see that to the northeast of North Platte, to the northwest of Lincoln, darker shades of blue indicating chances for over 1 inch of rain. Now we move to the 7-day precipitation outlook. Those blues go down just a little bit further to the south and southeast, so better chance of seeing an inch of rain overall as we move into the 7-day forecast. But once we go into northern and northeastern Nebraska, we're talking about 1.5 inches up to 2 inches possibly, so those are going to be the best chances for rain over the next 7 days. As we take a look at Skycast once again, a little bit closer to home, pretty quiet as we head into the overnight hours, pretty quiet on Monday. Showers and storms off to our west, moving further to the east into northern Nebraska Monday evening. Then we'll quiet down heading into Tuesday morning. Tuesday afternoon and evening, another line of showers and storms developing. We'll watch out to see if these could be severe. I think damaging winds would be the main threat as we move into late Tuesday night and early Wednesday morning. Let's transition, though, from precipitation off to our temperatures now. Low 60s to mid 60s expected as we go into tomorrow morning, a little bit warmer compared to what we saw Sunday morning. Monday high temperatures range from the low to mid 90s, close to 100 degrees, if not above 100 out in the panhandle. Then as we head into Tuesday morning, we'll be in the upper 60s, so we continue to warm up. Tuesday afternoon, starting to see cooler temperatures in far northwestern Nebraska. We're talking 86 in Chadron, but the vast majority of the state's still going to be in the 90s, if not the mid to upper 90s. Wednesday morning, we're still warming up to the southeast into the low 70s, but we're dropping down into the 50s to the northwest. It's Wednesday afternoon, you start to see those 70s, maybe even some upper 60s possible in northern Nebraska. Those start to expand further to the southeast. We're still talking upper 80s to low 90s in far southeastern Nebraska. We'll start to see cooler temperatures certainly on Thursday morning, and by Thursday afternoon, it is going to be just a beautiful day across the state. We're talking about low to upper 70s in terms of temperatures. We could see some rain, but these are beautiful temperatures in my opinion for this time of year when you're talking about the average high at 90 degrees. So warmest days over the next 7 look to be Monday and Tuesday. Coolest day looks to be on Thursday. We warm right back up to average though next Saturday and Sunday. Best chances of rain overall Wednesday, Thursday, and perhaps into next Sunday. 10-day forecast across the state. Start with the warmest temperatures. Warmest temperatures will be on Monday and Tuesday, and perhaps into Tuesday and Wednesday of the following week. So we're talking the 14th and 15th, and maybe the 22nd and 23rd. Coolest temperatures start to be seen on Wednesday. Thursday, though, you look at that statewide, you're going from 73 to a maximum of 80 degrees. So it's going to be really nice just for one single day, and then we warm up once again into next weekend. Dew points look to be humid over the next 3 days. See a slight decrease heading into Thursday for some of us in the 50s and 60s, though still upper 60s to low 70s in southeastern Nebraska. Then we get more humid heading into next weekend, Saturday, Sunday, Monday, even Tuesday, and then we start to see things kind of change a little bit, but now we're really far out there. July 23rd, that would be a Wednesday. 10-day forecast for precipitation chances. We're talking about small chances for rain overall over Monday, Tuesday. See a little bit those chances beef up just a little bit on Wednesday and Thursday. Quiet for the most part on Friday. Another chance for rain for some of us on Saturday, and then maybe as we head into Monday the following week, but it looks like in the short term, Wednesday and Thursday statewide. 8 to 14-day temperature outlook. Above average temperatures continue to be indicated, and we're talking about the vast majority of the state still seeing highs at or above 90 degrees. So this is July 21st through the 27th now, so we're getting closer to the end of July. 8 to 14-day precipitation outlook. Near normal conditions expected for most of the state. Northeastern and far eastern Nebraska could see some above average rainfall, but here in Lincoln, near normal conditions expected. We'd like to see more green across the map, but it does look like the near normal conditions better than the below average conditions. So over the next couple of days, we're talking about 95 degrees in Lincoln. It's going to be humid, so it's going to feel even hotter than that. We cool down into Thursday. Showers and thunderstorms return this week as we get into late Tuesday night into the day on Thursday. Should be pretty quiet Friday and Saturday. Another rain chance on Sunday, and we warm up next weekend as well, right back up to 90 degrees. So feeling like July for most of this week, but Thursday, that's the day to get out there, especially when it's not raining. Enjoy those temperatures in the mid to upper 70s. Have a great night, everyone. Make sure to stay tuned to the 10/11 news at 10. I'll have all the forecast details and what to expect over the next few days.